Welcome to People. I'm Micah Mater. Next week, the Chicago Cubs will pay tribute to baseball icon Jackie Robinson. In line with the sports hero's commitment to community, this year's celebration will benefit a local organization that for decades has been inspiring the city's youth through experience and exposure. We want to welcome Cubs Vice President of Communications and Community Affairs, Julian Green, and Benny Henry, founder and executive director of the Support Group. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you.
This is very nice. Now, Jackie Robinson Day, how long has that been going on over there with you guys?
Well, Major League Baseball, we celebrate it every year. I suppose it goes back to when Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. So what more can we do than to really celebrate and honor that legacy?
What does it mean for the Cubs to do that? I mean, we talk about it all the time. He was an icon. He broke color barriers, blah, 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 blah. But what truly, why do this? I mean, what is the commitment to the community that you do this for?
I think it's a reminder. You know, we all come to games to have fun, to have a hot dog and a beer, but sometimes it's really good to look back. I mean, you can think about baseball being one of the forerunners in civil rights when Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. So it's a really great reminder to let people know that a part of history really happened not only at the Chicago Cubs, but throughout Major League Baseball.
Now, the money that comes in that day won't go to the Cubs, right?
Well, a portion of the proceeds will go benefiting the support group, which we'll talk about.
Right.
But we try to do that, identify an organization every year, a black organization that could receive that support that represents the strength and resiliency and discipline and commitment that Jackie Robinson exhibited throughout his career.
Why did you pick the support group to help out this year?
Well, I am a past board member and chair of the support group, so it's near and dear to me. But looking at what the support group has done over the last few decades, it is, you can just see in terms of the children that it's helped and the families that they've supported. And part of this is trying to really how to recognize Jackie today in today's modern age and see organizations like the support group that are helping these kids. We hope that there'll be more Jackie Robinsons that come throughout and be a first in their career field.
Let's talk about the support group. Benny, you founded this support group, what, 80s?
1989.
Wow.
Sure. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the group and how fortunate you feel to get the proceeds.
Oh, wow. First of all, let me thank you, first of all, for allowing me to be able to have this opportunity to sit and talk to you about this, and the Cubs and Mr. Ricketts for letting us be the organization that they represent this year. Well, it was founded by myself and NBA Hall of Famer Tim Hardaway, the basketball player, and it was about basically we're just trying to do what we can to create great citizens out here in the city of Chicago. So I've been doing it for over 33 years.
Wow. How successful do you think it is? Where have these kids gone? Have you seen them go over the years?
We've done incredible leaps and bounds as far as programs are concerned. So much the way to get straight to the point is that I've had kids in my program who grew up with me since they was in 7th, 8th grade. Now they work for me now and they run in my program. So that's how I tell you how successful we've been as far as doing the work that we're doing out here and as far as the organization is concerned.
I love the name, the support group. I mean, you can't be more simple than that because that's what it's there to give support, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Men and women are involved, right?
Oh, no question, young adults. But what I like about this whole thing that the Cubs have given me an honor to be able to partner with, it's not about us getting proceeds. What it's about is that what has been taught from Jesse Robinson is about where it came from, his family, his mom, the discipline that he was put into his life to where it made him into the young man he is now. That's what we teach now. It's all about discipline, all about believing that as long as you're in America, there's a way that you can succeed. But if you imagine what he went through back in those days, I try to teach my kids about reacting. That's the problem. If we ever reacted back in the day, we wouldn't have been sitting and having a conversation right now. But it all came from his upbringing as far as his mom is concerned, because they was the first one on the block in the neighborhood. They had a house. She paid for it. She lived in a white neighborhood. So he was used to getting that oppression back in the day. So he was taught as a young man what to deal with when he got older. So that's why he's probably so successful in being not a reactor and being able, why we're talking about it right now.
Definitely. Now, you do something called Lunch with a Leader.
Yes.
How important is that for kids to see somebody that they can become?
No question. What we do is that we put young adults in the room with leaders around the city of Chicago, and it's a networking day. We just did it just recently past with the mayor was there, and I put in the room business leaders where I try to get them to network with them over lunch, and all kind of stories have come from it, like internship, jobs, so forth and so on.
They sound like a great group to keep living what Jackie Robinson lived.
It is a really good group, and I mean, part of what we're trying to do is kind of scale the impact, use our platform. I mean, we have such an amazing, recognizable brand and platform, so to be able to have the support group partner with us to kind of amplify what they're doing, we think there's no better way for us to kind of give back.
What will be happening on that day, Jackie Robinson Day, at the ballpark?
Well, one of the big things that we do, we recognize our Jackie Robinson scholars. With the Jackie Robinson Foundation organization we've supported for the last few decades. We'll also have some guests throughout the first pitch. We'll have recognized the support group on the field. We'll have our most valuable diverse business partner. And one of the things important for us is diversity, equity, and inclusion, and highlighting businesses that certainly have helped support the Cubs. And so we really want to make this a really great day of just honoring his legacy by promoting Black and brown people that have actually contributed not only to Chicago, but to this nation. And I believe that what Benny's doing, his impact is far and wide. I mean, over tens of thousands kids really impacted every year for the last 30 years. There's just no better way to kind of represent and recognize Jackie Robinson's legacy by supporting the support group.
Tens of thousands of kids. That's amazing. That must make you feel good.
Absolutely it does.
All right.
Absolutely it does.
Thank you both for coming in. Congratulations. And let's hope for a win and also nice weather.
Absolutely.
All right, definitely. Jackie Robinson Night at Wrigley Field is Thursday, April 18th. For tickets and more information, visit MLB.com or follow the team on social media at Cubs.